Hello learners, welcome back to this online course on soft skills organizing by the Department of English, Government Degree College, Kodur. I am back to you with a dynamic topic today, that is time management. It is very important in all of our lives. Now let us look at what is time management and how do we utilize this time in a proper way by learning certain strategies. After this session, you may understand the importance of time management, setting priorities, setting goals, and you may be able to recognize the ways to analyze and prioritize the works, tips to overcome certain challenges, and develop effective time management skills. First, let us look at what is time management. In Wikipedia, it is defined as the process of planning and exercising conscious control of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, and productivity in one's life. Finiteness of time with interest and commitment, one can see the success at workplace, social life, and even in families. So, it is very clear that time management is very important to everyone. Like our energy and money, time is a finite resource for us. So, we have to utilize that resource in a proper way to get success and to lead a happy and prosperous life. Time is among the very few things that once lost that can never be recovered. You can observe, if we lost a day, it never comes back again. A new day may come. Right? So, here we have a very important proverb, that is, time and tide wait for none. This proverb is used by one of the greatest English writers, Chaucer. Here, it is not possible to stop the time, to stop the passing of time for us, for every one of us. If you look at it, is not at all possible to stop the passing of time. But we have a source, we have a chance to use that time in a proper way. In one's life, in everyone's life, this 24 hours of a time for a day is common. So, we should not delay in doing things in our life. We have to understand in our life that what are important things for us. First, we have to do that things, do that activities in our lives. Time is precious for everyone, so we have to use it wisely. How do we use it wisely? Means, here we take an example with taking a jar and filling of that jar with 4 types of things. First with large pebbles, and then with small pebbles, then with sand, and then at the end with water. This jar story tells that if we fill our life with important things first, then we have a scope, we have a place, we have a space to fill some other important things, and even then we have a space in us to fill some other things, and even then we have a space. But if we fill our life with trivial things fast, then we have very less chance to fill our life with important things. That's why we have to understand, we have to fill with important things first. We have to do important things to see our life successful. Important things are compared with large pebbles, and then important but not urgent are compared with small pebbles. Not important but they are also necessary, they are filled with sand, compared with sand, and trivial things are compared with water here. It means first, if we fill our things with important activities, then we can add many things. Suppose if we go in a reverse order, it means if we fill our life with trivial things, suppose if we fill a jar with water, is it possible to fill that jar with sand without spreading the water outside? No, it is not at all possible. If a jar is filled with water, if you pour some sand on it, the water comes out. There is no scope for adding the sand. And if you add certain sand on it, is it possible to add some other pebbles larger than sand? No, it's not possible to fill more. And there is no scope to add large pebbles in that jar because it's already covered with other things. Similarly, if we cover our life with small things, small activities, then there is no scope, there is no chance to fill our life with important things. That's why researchers and many others suggest us to fill our life with important things first, then we have a chance to add many things in our life. So for this, one major thing is supportive, helpful for us, that is setting priorities and goals. That is very important for us. So work in priority order. So we have to prioritize our works and we do our work according to that priority. So we have to set our goals and we have to prioritize our goals, and based on that we work, then we will see the success in our lives. So here certain ways are recommended to analyze and prioritize the activities or works to do for the success. They are ABCD analysis, Pareto analysis, the Eisenhower method, Posek method. Now let us look at ABCD analysis. This ABCD analysis is used in business management, and here A means tasks that are perceived as being urgent and important, and B means tasks that are important but not urgent, and C here refers with tasks that are unimportant but urgent, and D tasks that are unimportant and not urgent. And now let us look at Pareto analysis. So Pareto analysis means it is the idea that 80% of tasks can be completed in 20% of the given time. But the remaining 20% of tasks will take up 80% of the time. So this principle is used to sort tasks into two parts. Primarily, they are 20% effort if we put, then 80% of results we get. This concept is very important here. So we have to put 20% of our effort. With that 20% of effort, we get 80% of results. Pareto is the author of The Rise and Fall of the Elites book, and he is an Italian engineer, socialist, economist, political scientist. He made several important contributions to economics, particularly in the study of income distribution, and in the analysis of individuals. And the next method is the Eisenhower method. Eisenhower is 34th US president. He has two kinds of problems, the urgent and the important, but because of for his friend he has given a four quadrant method, that is important and urgent quadrant that are done immediately and personally, and the second one is important but not urgent, that quadrant get an end date and are done personally, and the third quadrant is unimportant or urgent, this is delegated to others, and fourth one is unimportant not urgent quadrant, and this may be dropped. So let us look at these four quadrants with examples given here. Important and urgent, that are a baby cry, a work deadline, major problems. These are certain activities we have to attend immediately, and we have to attend because they are important and urgent works. And certain things are important but not urgent at that time. So they are relationships, planning and recreation. They are important in one's life, but they are not very urgent to do the things immediately. And the third one is unimportant but they are urgent at certain contexts. They are interruptions, meetings, activities. So in certain timings they are unimportant but they are urgent. So we have to handle that activities also. And the last quadrant, that is time wasters, unpleasant activities, trivial things. They are unimportant and they are not urgent. So we have to prioritize our works. Which is important and which is urgent for us, we have to do that work fast. And then second we go with important but not urgent things, that are for example daily activities, exercising and all are important but not urgent. And the third one is unimportant and urgent. In unimportant but urgent, that kind of activities we have to handle thirdly. And at the we keep the things which are unimportant and which are not urgent to the end. Then only we can see the success in our lives. So we have to balance our life accordingly. First we have to do very urgent and important works, and then important not urgent works, and then unimportant but urgent works. At the end we go with, if we have time, we go with unimportant and not urgent things. In this way we have to plan our works. And the last one is the POSEC method. So here POSEC is an acronym for prioritize by organizing, streamlining, economizing and contributing. So here it suggests that by attending to one's personal responsibilities first, an individual is better positioned to shoulder collective responsibilities. According to this method, a person who has attended his personal responsibilities perfectly fast, that individual may be performed well in collective responsibilities. So prioritize, organize, economize and contribute. So prioritize means here your time and define your life by goals. That is very important. We have to prioritize our time and then we have to organize accordingly. And so here things you have to accomplish regularly to be successful, and economize things you should do or may even like to do but they are not pressingly urgent. and contribute by paying attention to the few remaining things that make a difference, that is social obligations. This method tells this. We can understand by taking a very simple stories of what is the importance of time, how do we manage time. You all know very well that ant and grasshopper story. So we have to do our work on time to get the success. If you are not doing our work on time, it is not possible for us to get the success in our lives. And yet another story here, that clipping tells that a poor person who is roaming on the streets, a king saw him and asked him, "Why are you roaming like this?" And he said, "I am a poor person, I have no money to work." So the king said to him that, "Okay, you go and collect money from my treasure, uh, whatever money you want, whatever money you need." So he went home and he said to his wife. Then his wife immediately said, "Okay, you immediately start from here and get the money." So in reply, he said that, "No, no, first I am feeling very hungry. So you give food for me, and then after taking food, I go to collect the money." So here, after food, he felt at sleeping, so he slept for some time. So after he wake up, he started by collecting bags to collect the money. By the time he reached the palace, the doors were closed. So he failed to work on time. This is the story of the importance of time. So I hope you understand how to manage time and what is the importance of time. By managing the time properly, we can get the happiness, pleasure and success. Thank you.